Now, your Eyewitness weather forecast.
And a good Thursday evening to everybody. I'm meteorologist Jordan Reed, tracking a lot of sunshine to end the work week. But before we get to that, let's talk about the here and now. First things first, dew point right now 56 degrees. The temperature is at 68. That's after we had a high of 88 degrees. So we've backed off about 20 degrees since then. Winds out of the east at around 3 miles an hour. Other readings from across the region are down into the 60s up toward the north and down toward the south. Those will be the first spots to drop back into the 50s as we head into the overnight hours. But Boonville still hanging on to 70 degrees. Camden not far from that at 69. Same thing over in the Cuse and in the port city of Oswego. As I mentioned, those high temperatures today, we got to 88 degrees in the Cuse as well as Utica and over in Albany as well. And Boonville also got up to 88. The rest of us not far behind that, but Old Forge was at 83. That was your cool spot for today. Actually, I take that back. Hamilton was the cool spot at 82. Old Forge not far from that. But no matter where you are across central New York, we have mainly clear skies. It's expected to stay that way during the overnight hours and remain dry on the clouds and precip picture. You have to go as far south as New Jersey and as far east as Massachusetts and Maine to find any precip or clouds at this time, and we've got some back toward the west as well. Some of those will build in tomorrow and through the weekend as well as some shower chances. We also just received an 11 p.m. advisory on Tropical Storm Erin, but is barely hanging on to tropical storm strength. It has maximum sustained winds of 70 miles an hour. It needs 75-mile-an-hour winds to become a Category 1 hurricane, and it'll become that as we head through tomorrow morning, 8 a.m., 80-mile-an-hour winds. And also in the new advisory, it is now expected to strengthen eventually out over the warm mid-Atlantic waters into a Category 4 hurricane Sunday evening at 8 p.m. with 130-mile-an-hour winds. So definitely something we'll be keeping an eye on here over the next couple of days, especially once we get past Tuesday into Wednesday of next week, whether it comes closer to the coast or stays out toward Bermuda. Regardless, we'll see temperatures overnight tonight in the upper 50s to right around 60 degrees, maybe the lower to middle 50s in some of those cooler spots. Tomorrow in the cooler spots, you'll have lower to middle 80s. And in the warmer spots, you'll be in the middle to upper 80s with a touch of humidity. And today we had a bit of haze from the thruway on toward the north thanks to Canadian wildfires. Once again, tomorrow it'll be from the thruway on toward the south. Although it's not expected to be a major problem in terms of air quality like we had last week. Futurecast showing us that we'll have temperatures making their way up into the 80s, backing off into the 70s and 60s tomorrow night. Not expected to be as cool as it is tonight. And then we could be dealing with some isolated or scattered showers as high pressure gives way as we head through Saturday. And it looks even more likely as we head into Sunday with a cold front. But behind that, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of next week. Wednesday is the opening day of the New York State Fair, by the way. It looks like we've got some fall fair-like weather as well, with temperatures in the upper 70s to right around 80 degrees under a blend of clouds and sun. And as I mentioned earlier in the show, only scattered shower chances both over the weekend and into Wednesday. Thomas, back to you.
Thank you, Jordan. Still to come on Eyewitness News at 11, New York State is awarding more grant funding to improve 2 local parks. We have this story and more local news that matters coming up after the break.